Good morning. It is just after sunrise at the end of May, and today I am going to be climbing a mountain. I am at the Beckler Peak Trailhead, and I am going to be climbing up to Beckler Peak. The weather is perfect, so I'm going to be getting amazing views of the mountains around here. I've wanted to do Beckler Peak for a while, and the snow is finally permitting a summit attempt. This is a pretty easy trail. It's around 7.5 miles with about 2,300 feet of gain. So it's not too bad for a really awesome summit in the area, and it's supposed to have spectacular summit views. I'm really excited. It is a bit chilly though, so I gotta get going to warm up. I just did the first mile through the forest, and the first section is pretty flat. It's following old road bed, but this is the kind of trail that I like on the west side of the mountains, where the forest is just so lush and green so that when the light hits it, it just starts glowing. Oh, it's so pretty. And since it's the end of May, all the plants have new leaves. There's some wildflowers blooming. It's so pretty. I love these forests. And now I'm beginning the climb because there are 2,000 feet to go up, and I haven't done very many of them, so gotta keep climbing. Hopefully we'll get some views soon when I get to the saddle and some more switchbacks. I've reached the switchbacks, and I've gotten to a part that is one of the reasons I love the forests in this area. Got past the old logging stuff and into some old growth where these big trees are draped in moss, and then when the light hits them, it's just beautiful. This is I believe on the edge of the Wild Sky Wilderness, but yeah, this area has very pretty forests, so yeah, like look at that. Forest just glows. So pretty. But also, I am really getting close to that peak now. This climb has been pretty easy. These are nice switchbacks and everything, nothing too steep. Whew, excited to get some views, but this forest is gorgeous and filled with a lot of singing birds, so I am enjoying the climb. I've got like a mile left and maybe 500 feet more climbing to do, and I've reached the snow. I was at the top of the switchbacks, and it's pretty continuous in the shade. I'm expecting I'll be on and off snow until the summit. I'm close, and it's definitely manageable snow. It's nothing crazy, but I think I'm gonna be on snow more than off snow up until the final summit. So, woo, yep, this is what it's like hiking in late May. You get gorgeous weather, but you are still gonna be hiking on snow. I give you the summit of Beckler Peak. This mountain is known for amazing views of the area, but wow, oh my goodness, this is a really good panoramic view. And oh, gorgeous weather. Look at this ridge line. Oh my god. Yeah, there's so many peaks to point out from here. But this is the summit area. And while I had to do the last mile in the snow to get up here, the summit's melted out for me to hang out. And it is finally warm, so I get to enjoy this because these views are pretty epic. Alright, well, I will give the tour. Looking west, this is the ridge line for Beckler Peak, and there's actually 3 summits of Beckler Peak. I'm on the east summit. There's the central summit, which is this rock monolith thing. That's actually the highest summit. It involves, I believe, a class 4 scramble to get up that thing. There's a lot of cliffs and stuff, so this is the summit that's easy to do. And the big pointy mountain right behind it, that is Mount Bering, which is just a really cool looking mountain from all angles. Next to it is Gun Peak, and then you can kind of see some of the spires of Mount Index from behind there. And then coming this way, we're getting into the Alpine Lakes Wilderness, and here we have Mount Hinman, the one with all the snow on it, and the slightly pointier one next to it, that is Mount Daniel. 2 really iconic peaks in the Alpine Lakes Wilderness. And then further east, we're looking towards Stevens Pass, more of the mountains out that way. But north is where the show is. That is Glacier Peak, one of Washington's volcanoes, covered in snow. And then this pointy spire here, that is Sloan Peak, really unique looking mountain. More of the North Cascades. I believe we got Three Fingers, White Horse, and then there's a very distant white point out there. That is Mount Baker. So we have 2 volcanoes on display, covered in snow. I love this view of Glacier Peak. It really feels like it is right there. And now I'm going to go pick out my snack spot because there are a lot of really good rocks for that. Well, I call this a pretty good snack spot. I am able to dangle my feet, and I decided I wanted to be able to look at this cool ridge line. This is one of the really cool views you climb this mountain for. And right over there, I've got Glacier Peak to watch. Perfect. And the sun is so nice. Oh my gosh. Love this time of year. I have been up here for probably an hour now, just enjoying the views and the sound of the birds, just studying the mountains, and still all alone up here. I'm always very grateful when I get a summit all to myself. That is always special, but unfortunately I do have to start heading back down. That last mile of snow wasn't hard, it was just really annoying. So I gotta go get through that. After I get off the snow, it will be smooth sailing back to my car, and then it will be not smooth sailing getting down the forest road that gets you to the trailhead, because that forest road is let's just say high clearance. Strongly recommended. It's a bumpy one, but gonna say goodbye to these amazing views and go back into the amazing forest. Right, well, I made it back down to the trailhead, and oh my goodness, what a beautiful day. I am so happy I was on top of a mountain today. It is the very last day of May, and what a way to close out the month. I have a lot more trouble planned for June, but this trail was so pretty. I love the forest around here, and the view at the top is really cool. I like seeing jagged ridge lines and stuff like that. And the view north into the North Cascades at Glacier Peak and seeing some of those really awesome mountains is just, that was my favorite part. It's one of the reasons I wanted to do this mountain was for that view of Glacier Peak. And yeah, this was really fun. The snow was annoying, but I survived. I brought snow gear. I didn't need it because it would have been more annoying to use it than not. I didn't want to stop. But overall, great climb. Really fun trail. The only thing is there is a very long forest road to get up here, and it is pretty deeply potholed and rutted. So I would recommend a high clearance vehicle. But aside from that, great trail. It's pretty easy all the way and super fun. Anyway, I have to go down that forest road I just mentioned. And like I said, I've got a lot more trouble to get into in June. We're almost to summer, so very excited. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And here are my favorite pictures from the trail today. Enjoy.